Today's feature is The Wrath of Becky, which was recommended to me by Rebecca Thrush Schwartz. It was released May 26th of 2023, directed by Matt Angel and Suzanne Coote, starring Lulu Wilson, Sean William Scott, and the true star of the film, Pac Williams as Diego. I am really grateful to Rebecca for recommending this film because it would have passed me by otherwise. I don't think I would have been aware of it or picked up on it, and I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And when I describe the film, you're going to say, how is that fun? But it's fun because it's just so outlandish and crazy. Our main character, Becky, has been through a lot. And apparently this is a sequel. There was a 2020 film just called Becky, which I'm going to have to look up now. But basically, Becky in this film is an orphan. Guess what? No car accidents in this one. Mom died of cancer, and dad was killed by some neo-Nazis. And apparently Becky took revenge on those neo-Nazis. So that might have been what that original film was about. So she is alone, and they keep shipping her from foster home to foster home, which she immediately will escape from because she wants to stay off the radar. She ends up living with a woman named Elena who picked her up hitchhiking. They've lived together for about a year. They have a really great rapport. They care about each other very much, even though they're both sort of hurt people who try to remain, distanced. They really do have this nice bond with each other. There is a rally scheduled for the Noble Men, and they are sort of a take on the Proud Boys. They are insurrectionists. They are incels. They're horrible people. And they come to town, and Becky is a restaurant, and she's, being snarky with them because they're jerky customers, and they end up following her home, and they kill Elena, and they steal Diego. So Becky, the film is Becky trying to get Diego back and enact her revenge on these noble men. And I'm not going to give away anything more. I will say, though, just so that y'all can handle the film better than I did, nothing happens to Diego. I was really, really nervous the entire viewing that something bad would happen to him. I didn't mind seeing people's heads blow up. I didn't mind, seeing people saw it in half. But I was really, really like, don't touch the dog. I was really nervous about that. So Diego's great. Lulu Wilson is very, very good. And I really liked Sean William Scott in this role as sort of like the lead nobleman. He's one of the orchestrators of the group. He does a really good job, even though the film is silly. He does a really good job of being chilling at times. He does this thing where the only thing I can say is it reminds me of Tom Cruise. And I don't mean Tom Cruise the actor. I mean Tom Cruise the lunatic. You know how when Tom Cruise is trying to talk about something really serious and he's all self-righteous and like his eyes glaze over and it's chilling? Like if you're in any way able to read people, it's danger, 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 danger when you see that look on his face. Sean William Scott does the same thing with his face. So it makes it like when he starts talking, you're like, oh, this guy is not to be touched. He's nuts. I really recommend The Wrath of Becky. And again, I am thanking Rebecca Thrush Schwartz for putting this one on my radar. Today's sidebar is dedicated to Country Mac. I'm not really familiar with Sean William Scott's oeuvre, with his body of work. Like when I see him, I know Country Mac. That's really all that I know. But I really liked him in The Wrath of Becky. But when I was watching The Wrath of Becky, I kept thinking, man, I wish Country Mac were here because he would save us all. And whenever I watch It's Always Sunny, I'm very wistful for Country Mac. There never was a cooler dude than Country Mac ever. So this sidebar is simply just an RIP Country Mac.